What if I told you that there is a fun way of learning your scales, your arpeggios, all of those necessary building blocks of music that could really grind you down? They could even stop you from picking up your instrument ever again. Well, there is something that really helped me throughout the years, and I'd like to share that with you. So let's learn two simple scales here. The A minor pentatonic scale, which is an A, C, D, E, G, and A. And the D minor pentatonic scale, which is a D, F, G, A, C, and D. And we'll learn them by creating a solid, great bass groove around them, and we'll throw in some really nice feel as well to boot. So come with me and let's do it. So I really like this slow piece, and although it doesn't go further than your third position here, there's a lot that we can sink our teeth into, you know. It is based on the pentatonic scale, so it's not a major scale, it's an A minor pentatonic scale that eventually goes up to the 4 chord and goes into a D minor pentatonic scale. Now let me just walk you through the initial idea actually. So the initial idea was just an open string, that open A, coming up to the 5th of this key here, and to the 7th to the G. You can always check with your open G. Yeah, and then straight up to the root again, and come back to the 7th. So you'll have this kind of dominant 7th type sound here, or a minor 7th type here. Okay, so that is basically the idea. That is the root of this whole piece. So from the A up to the 5th, and then change to the 7th, up to the root, and back to the 7th. That is it. Then I just elaborated on that a little bit and finished that question, so to speak, with the D here, and then resolve to the C. So you have a nice minor sound there. So we had the dominant sound or minor 7 with the 7 first, and then the second time we have that with the C. So that's a real nice kind of question and answer phrase. So I posed the question, now what? And so I will answer, well, this is what's going on. I really hope that you're enjoying this piece and this tutorial. And while you're here, let me take the opportunity to let you know about my website and about my double bass and electric bass resources, zoltansbasslounge.com. Just click on the link below and check out all the free courses, all the free lessons, and all the premium stuff as well that will really help you hone in on a specific problem or a specific part of your playing. Okay, great. Now let's get back to the tutorial. I thought I will bring a couple of fills into it, you know, just a little bit of a melodic variation at the end of the phrase to make it a little bit more interesting and make it into a piece that will have definite parts to it. And the fills mark territories, mark 4 or 8 bar places or spaces within the piece. So my very first little fill here was this simple A minor pentatonic scale coming down with a nice open D there. So you come from your A to your G to your E and an open D to give us a little bit of help with our intonation. A C, just kind of slide up to a C there to kind of get this nice bluesy feel here. So it's like, and then an open E, and then we're back. Right? So that was my first fill. Now my next fill was a little bit more elaborate. I actually, just like in the piece itself, or in the main idea itself, I thought this time I'm going to take my fill straight away from this D here, from the 4, you know, from the 4th note of this A pentatonic scale. So this time the result was, and now, so D, C, A, open G, bring your hand back to that E here, D, C, and back to the A. So let me just repeat that a couple of times so it really goes into your ears. Great, we are making really good progress with this piece, but let's just take a little break and let me remind you that if you like this piece, if you like this tutorial, please feel free to click on the like button below and also subscribe to the channel. Eventually, I would take this whole thing up to D here and pretty much play the same kind of thing, but with a couple of little different variations there. So again, I'm marking a different place there in the music. Okay, so when we play from this D here, now here, I didn't follow the actual character of the A minor phrase. I would come back to a kind of bluesy phrase here from the sharp 4 of the D minor, the G sharp. And this is a great thing you want to watch. I just did this pull off here from the G sharp on your first finger and just pull that G string like that. Pull the G sharp down to that G like that. Yeah. Don't take your hand over there. I don't know why I did that. So just do that pull off, and then go to the F here, and back to the D. And that itself, to me, is a real kind of blues type feel in this piece. So I wanted to actually match that with this phrase. So you would have this. So the whole thing. C. And then that little bluesy pull off back to the D. So okay. And then of course, after we have completed that section, that B section I would call it, the one that went up to the D minor part, we would come back to A minor, and I would play the same phrase again, the same opening phrase, pretty much with the same fills. And I did do something at the end. I made a little bit of a dynamic difference so I could make this really big forte and powerful kind of finishing statement with my last fill. So let me just walk you through this finishing section here. We have the A, just like we did before, up to the D, fill, and now I'm gonna quiet down. So the effect of this real big and powerful fortissimo almost, or forte feel, will really stick out and it will really give the piece a great, big and very powerful ending. One that has a great certainty, so you will definitely know that this piece now is finished. So let me just do that. Let me just walk you through that last little dynamic change here. So the main phrase, very quietly. And now. Okay. And that is the end of the piece. Now there's one more little thing there that you probably have noticed, but just in case not, I'll highlight it here for you. What I've done at the very end here is I've gradually slowed the last few notes down. That is something that we call rallentando in music. So when you take a passage, an ending phrase, and you slow it down at the end to again mark that you have come to the end of the piece, is something we call rallentando. But let me just show you what I mean by that. So just those last few notes there are a little bit slower than where I started that phrase. Great, so that is our performance piece in A minor, and we took it all the way up to this third position here. And although we didn't go a long way on the instrument, As you can now tell, there's a lot to sink your teeth into. And what I recommend is that you learn the different parts separately. So learn the A part, the A minor bit, learn the D minor bit, and learn the different fills. Even come up with your own fills if you like. And I really hope that you like it and enjoy playing the piece yourself.